So topic of today's discussion is IOL power calculation. While it is being fixed, I narrate to you Dastan-e-Chaman, story of this garden. It's coming. Pointer. लेकिन आया डिस्प्ले नहीं आया. So as usual, we are not able to get the display right. तो दास्तान-ए-चमन तो सुन ले, meanwhile हम कुछ करते हैं. This is a poem which was ए गुले नाज़ां चमन की दास्तां हमसे सुनो. O proud flower, listen the story of this garden from us. ए गुले नाज़ां चमन की दास्तां हमसे सुनो. ताक में हैं बिजलियां बर्बादियां हमसे सुनो. The destruction is knocking at the doors. Be careful. Listen carefully. झूठे किस्से अजमतों के कजकुलाहों से सुनो. The false stories of grace. कजकुलाहों से सुनो. झूठे किस्से अजमतों के कजकुलाहों से सुनो. कड़वी बातें तल्ख यादें और फुगां हमसे सुनो. दंदनाते ही रहे किरदार के कातिल यहाँ. कैरेक्टर असैसिनेशन. दंदनाते ही रहे किरदार के कातिल यहाँ. रुसवा किए मोहसिन मुरब्बी मेहरबां हमसे सुनो. ए गुले नाज़ां चमन की दास्तां हमसे सुनो. जाबिरों से आमिरों से गासिबों से साजबाज. जाबिरों से आमिरों से गासिबों से साजबाज. मुजरिमाना सरगुज़श्ते काज़ियां हमसे सुनो. ए गुले नाज़ां चमन की दास्तां हमसे सुनो. मादरे मिल्लत को भी बख्शा नहीं सालार ने. माँ को दी जो जिल्लतें रुसवाइयां हमसे सुनो. ए गुले नाज़ां चमन की दास्तां हमसे सुनो. नजरियाती ममलकत कैसे टुकड़ों में बटी. नजरियाती ममलकत कैसे टुकड़ों में बटी. सियासी मोहरों से मिले जब पासबां हमसे सुनो. आमिरों और मुंसिफों ने मिलके की एजाज जो. जरूरतों के नजरिए खुदगर्जियां हमसे सुनो. ए गुले नाज़ां चमन की दास्तां हमसे सुनो. ला इलाहा के नाम पे जो पाया खित्ता ज़मीन है कुफ्र और ताबूत उस पे हुक्मरां हमसे सुनो. तहरीर में तकदीर में ताबीर में तावील में. In written work, in speech, in interpretation and in logic है इफ्तरा और किज़्ब की अय्यारियां हमसे सुनो. The stories are invented and the lies are told. Listen the truth from us. तकरीर में ताबीर में तावील में है इफ्तरा और किज़्ब की अय्यारियां हमसे सुनो. सच है जिसका नाम वो गुम हो गया है झूठ में. अबलाग पर पाबंदियां और छलनियां हमसे सुनो. सेंसर. इल्जाम और दुश्नाम से आलूदा है सारी फिजा. तहजीब में तखरीब की सफाकियां हमसे सुनो. ए गुले नाज़ां चमन की दास्तां हमसे सुनो. तो ये कहानी तो लंबी है, तो लेट्स कम बैक टू आवर टॉपिक नाउ. The topic is IOL power calculation. Half of it has been covered by young Hashmani, and I congratulate him for making this excellent presentation and adding to our knowledge and skill. So one of the goals of this biometry is to achieve emetropia or balance with the fellow eye. The spherical component is achieved with proper IOL calculation, as it was being depicted by Dr. Nauman. Careful biometry with IOL master, water bath, ultrasound, the options you know all very well. The astigmatism component can be controlled by size and location of the cataract wound. That's my topic actually, always. Minimize surgeon-induced errors. If you are not able to correct the inherent errors of the eye, please at least don't induce new errors by just kind of sensitizing yourself with what is recommended and what can be done to improve the optics of the human eye. And that target can be achieved by identifying the steeper meridian, by placing your cuts at the steeper meridian, by double pass technique for higher astigmatism. That's entirely actually different topic. We focus our attention to biometry issues. Keratometry has been very well elaborated that you have to rule out dry eyes and you have to keep focused which part of the cornea you are measuring, what's the history of this particular patient, whether he is myope, hyperope, what's the refractive status, and whether this refractive status has been changed by artificial means like RK or BRK or LASIK. All these things are very important. If there is pterygium or corneal scar, you can use this rigid gas permeable contact lenses over refraction technique. And we should remember that our tonometer and our other instruments, they have got their own calibrating devices. So we need to get well versed that off and on we need to calibrate the A scan, we need to calibrate our keratometer, we need to calibrate our tonometer. If we make it a habit, the errors will be less. And another point is that is known as contact lens holiday. It means if your patient is wearing contact lenses, you cannot get the proper keratometry. So ask the patient to go on a contact lens holiday for about 1 to 2 weeks before you perform a proper biometry. Because these little errors can compound and give rise to a big surprise in post-operative period. Then again, in keratometry and in axial lens, poor fixation, cooperation of the patient. If he is myope, there may be staphloma. What technique you are using? This optical biometry is an answer to many problems which we had with ultrasonic instruments. And a very common error which is induced by junior residents during biometry is corneal compression. You know from our gold standard manual formula, that is you use 0.9 into K minus 2.5 into L. Axial length is multiplied by 2.5 and corneal power is multiplied by 0.9. So that shows 1 diopter of corneal keratometry reading error will give rise to 0.9 diopters of error, and 1 millimeter of wrong reading of axial length will give rise to about 2.5 to 3 diopters of error. So corneal compression is a very common error, and this is made once we are standing not tangent to the cornea. The message here is that the interface of the A-scan probe and the cornea should be visible to the observer. Only then he can know whether he is compressing or not. If you are standing right in front and doing the axial length measurement, this error can occur, compression of the cornea, and that can give rise to overcorrection. And then there are other sources of error in axial length measurement like dense cataract, posterior polar cataract, posterior subcapsular cataract. So it again shows that we have to really know the history and examination of that particular patient. Silicon oil filled eye is another big issue in biometries. And optical biometer again gives good answers. And another message here is always measure both eyes. Always. If available, the other eye is one of the best controls we have. So I have seen multiple setups. They do only one eye biometry. That's a big mistake. If other eye is available, don't lose this blessing. Because if there is difference of more than 0.2 millimeters of axial length between two eyes, repeat your A scan. If there is difference of more than 1 diopter of K readings between two eyes, repeat your case. And if there is anything unusual, that it is very long eye or your eye calculation is very small or very big, again repeat the A's and K's. So if you compare with other eye, the chances of error will be reduced by maybe 90%. So simple thing, always measure both eyes. You see, repeat biometry. If axial length is less than 22 millimeters or more than 25 millimeters, and if there is greater than 0.3 millimeter difference between two eyes, clinical correlation is again required. Whether our biometry output, the results match our clinical observation or expectation or not. If they don't match, please repeat the A's and K's. The formulas, third generation formula, second generation has been ditched. Third generation formula, holiday is good for 24 to 26, offer Q is good for short axial length, and SKRT is good for long axial length. And what is the difference between third generation and fourth generation formulas? The thing here is known as effective lens position. Effective lens position is the expected intraocular lens position inside the capsular bag postoperatively. So how can a machine or a software estimate that effective lens position? By taking into account anterior chamber depth and lens thickness as well as corneal thickness. So any formula who incorporates anterior chamber depth and lens thickness along with corneal thickness into its calculations is predicting the effective lens position postoperatively. And that's the fourth generation formula. So if your A-scan machine can calculate these measures, then you can go online for a fourth generation formula, feed your readings, and you will get a better calculation taking into account the effective lens position. There are many online calculators available, and one is Kane formula that is available online. And if there is history of previous keratorefractive surgery, American Society of Cataract and Refractive Surgery has got an excellent online calculator with the name of iolcalc.ascrs.org. So you can just go there and feed your readings and get a very accurate answer for post-refractive surgery patient. The formulas are so good that you can plan even multifocal IOLs in post-refractive surgery patients now. But always remember to take into account every possible point in the history and examination of the patient. So summary is repeat A's and K's, always have a tangential look while applying a scan probe, always compare two eyes, do have a finalized refraction with you, do document keratometric axis, and plan your incisions at steeper meridian if possible. And this is another topic of my interest, role of non-dominant hand in phaco cataract surgery. If you train your non-dominant hand, you can take these maneuvers more easily. Conclusion, one needs to be vigilant. If not able to correct pre-existing errors, at least don't induce it. We believe It plays a very vital role in improvement of quality of vision after cataract surgery. ए गुले नाज़ां चमन की दास्तां हमसे सुनो, ताक में है